What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. If you are, make sure you click that like button and you click that red subscribe button down below. And also check out coffeebrandcoffee.com. We've got coffees, we've got cocos, we've got decaf, we've got tons of stuff to keep you going. Now, we all knew that eventually we would hear from Jada Pinkett and or Will about the incident. And we all knew that it was only going to be under the terms of promoting her whatever Facebook show, because that's all she cares about is promoting her talk show. She's taken zero responsibility for essentially goading him into it. And also, again, Will has taken zero responsibility, really, for following through with what was a clear command from his wife. Both of them bear equal responsibility here, and she actually has the audacity, the unmitigated gall, the absolute cluelessness to think that Chris Rock is supposed to apologize and reconcile. Are you joking? This shows just how much of a lunatic this woman is. This, according to the New York Post, there's a couple of pieces of coverage. Jada Pinkett Smith urges Will and Chris to reconcile post-incident. We need one another. Are you joking? This is a really important red table talk on alopecia. Considering what I've been through, oh my God. All right, you're going bald. So is everybody. So am I. You're not going through anything. You're not living with, you're not suffering with, you're not surviving it. Child, please. All right. You've got wig budgets for days. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm assuming there are degrees of severity in terms of alopecia. And I'm sure there are people that really do have like, weird big blotches missing. And so there are people that actually like have to deal with it. You are worth $100 million. And from what I can tell, you're not really missing any hair at all. This is really important. Considering what I've been through with my own health and what happened at the Oscars, thousands have reached out to me with their stories. I'm using this moment to give our alopecia family an opportunity to talk about what it's like to have this condition and inform people with what alopecia actually is, she said at the start of the show. So let me translate that for you. I'm going to spend the show saying I'm the real victim in all of this. I'm the one that people should be feeling bad for, and here's 75 reasons why. Now, about the night, my deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal and talk this out and reconcile. Is she asking for Chris to apologize? Is she literally thinking that he owes Will anything? Now, maybe they were boys before this, and, in that case, it's like, okay, if they were long-term friends or whatever, you would hope that they would get past it and whatever, but they weren't. And then, of course, she goes, the state of the world today, we need them both, and we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we've done for the last 28 years and keep figuring out this thing called life together. She continued, thank you for listening. Are you joking? Are you literally joking? Some of the discoveries around our healing will be shared on the table when time calls. And it says blah, 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 blah. The internet is not having it. Okay, if you remember the incident, Will resigned from the Academy, big deal. He additionally has been banned from Academy events for the next 10 years. Also, don't care. It's not like he gets Academy Awards very often. They didn't take his award away, which was ridiculous. And the only people that ever excused not taking his award away were people that were like, well, these other horrible people have their award. As if we wouldn't all agree as viewers and common sense people that, yes, they should also have them taken away. Harvey should not have any. Roman should not have any. Whoever these other weirdo creepazoids are that have them, that you say shouldn't have them as an excuse to let Will keep his, should also have theirs rescinded. It's like as a commentator, 15 minutes of fame run out, and so she's going to bring it back up again. And that's just the internet is not having it. And the idea that her having alopecia is some sort of like thing that I give a damn about or that anyone cares about. Girl, you are rich beyond what any normal person could ever dream of. Some of the internet comments, like, she might be the second most hated woman in Hollywood behind Amber right now. Here's one. Nice try, but no one wants to hear what, quote, Will has to say. Most of us have seen through enough of him and you. How about this one? This comment, it refreshed on me. But there were people like, breaks her silence, hopes they can get together. Nobody, and if you look at all these comments, nobody, like, too late for G.I. Jane. Did she actually say anything relevant or useful? She sure is something. I mean, the idea that, if you look at the Guardian's replies, right? This is the Guardian's left-leaning website. That's nice. No. She commands respect, but respect cannot be commanded, only earned. Will and Jada are in the past and should stay there. We've already moved on, sis. Most people apparently haven't, unfortunately. I don't know. Kick rocks, Jada. Chris really needs to apologize for running his face into Will's hand. Like, that's essentially what this says. Still waiting, no prenup in Scientology. Lol, now she's going to force him to grovel. It's too perfect. Some people, like, full head of hair. Haha. This is hilarious. There's nobody here. I mean, sociopath. I don't even understand in what world. Here's somebody who writes, if my boss, the one who brought up how shocked and appalled at Chris being slapped, but had nothing to say. Oh, that's a different comment, I suppose. Jack the Cat writes, who cares? More celebrity garbage when millions are poor, cold, and hungry. Get a freaking grip. I mean, there was an element, there was an element of this, the recent trial that was going on that was getting a little bit tiresome. I think we would all agree that there's far more important things than one super rich person lying about another super rich person. But there was the principle of the case, and there were the subplots of, like, male survivors and things of that nature. But you see, even comedian David Allen Greer points out exactly what we're all thinking. She says, Jada, the headline from New York Post says, Jada Pinkett Smith urges Will and Chris Rock to reconcile. David Allen Greer pointing out she left out at the red table because that's exactly what she wants. She wants it on her show for popularity. Outkick. Jada Pinkett Smith spoke up for the first time since the Oscars incident, how Chris and Will need to heal. That clearly should start with a keg party at the Smith house. Let's go get it. Like, here, as Chadwick, Jada says Will wants the two to reconcile. Chris has nothing to reconcile. Will needs to reach out to Chris and personally reconcile his atrocious behavior. Chris did nothing wrong. He told a joke. I mean, I don't even understand. And what plan? I think her telling Will and Chris what to do continues to be the problem. Can't Will figure out what to do without her help? Like, bro, can't you just, like, figure out that you messed up and that you need to make it right? Here's a lot of black folks in the comments. Lex Luger is bugging. The only healing Will apologizing in person and publicly to Chris Rock. She should also apologize for taking a mild joke so seriously at a public event while other people are being made fun of by a comedian. Accountability is lacking here. A black woman sat down at an award show, and restorative justice is the best option for all parties. Jada, Chris, and Will all need to resolve things. Yeah, and yes, that includes Chris apologizing to Jada. 0% chance. 0% chance. She's just angling for this to be on her own show, guaranteed. Chris doesn't owe him the time of day. And to be honest, I mean, if he wants to forgive him, certainly he can. I'm not personally offended by it. I thought the hypocrisy of this mock trial when they were never really going to take his awards away, it just was another perfect example of how Hollywood elites say one thing about how they're against people raising their hands against each other, but they are completely feckless when it comes to following through with any kind of actual consequences. They want to tut down their noses at the regular guy, the little guy, and have us listen to every little thing they say, while right in front of our faces, they don't live by their own rules. It's an absolute joke, and I'm glad it happened on national television, and I'm glad we all got to see how hollow and hypocritical these clowns really are. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.